In this lecture, we move deeper into the security control layer that governs vehicle data access. The Android Automotive permission model is not just about protecting application data. It is directly responsible for controlling access to vehicle signals. In earlier lecture, system architecture was explained. App, car API, car service, vehicle HAL, and vehicle network flow. Now, this lecture focuses on how permission checks are inserted into this data flow. We will understand how Android differentiates between system apps, privileged apps, and third-party apps. We will examine signature permissions, privileged permissions, and how they are enforced. We will also analyze how car service acts as a security gatekeeper. And finally, we will study real vehicle behavior, where permissions directly decide what an application can or cannot do. In mobile Android systems, permissions primarily protect user data and device resources. However, in Android Automotive systems, permissions protect physical vehicle behavior. Vehicle signals, such as speed, engine status, braking signals, and door lock state, are not just data. They represent real-world vehicle actions which can impact safety. For example, reading vehicle speed may seem harmless, but continuous access can enable tracking. Controlling HVAC systems can affect driver comfort. Accessing door lock signals can impact vehicle security. This is why automotive permissions are designed with stricter boundaries. Unlike mobile applications, not all apps are allowed to access vehicle data. Permissions in this environment are tightly coupled with application trust level. Only trusted applications can access sensitive vehicle properties. This design ensures that even if an application is installed, it cannot automatically gain access to critical vehicle functions. Android Automotive defines multiple permission categories. But two critical categories dominate vehicle access control. First, signature permissions. These permissions are granted only to applications signed with the same certificate as the system image. This ensures that only OEM or system-level applications can access highly sensitive vehicle data. Second, privileged permissions. These are granted to applications installed in privileged system partitions, such as system or vendor partitions. These applications are pre-installed by OEMs and are considered trusted but still restricted. In addition, normal Android permissions exist, but they are not sufficient for accessing vehicle data. Vehicle APIs require higher-level permissions. This layered permission model ensures separation between general apps and vehicle-critical apps. In Android Automotive, applications are classified based on trust level. At the highest level, system applications exist. These are part of the core system image and signed by the platform certificate. They have access to signature-level permissions and can interact deeply with vehicle systems. Next, privileged applications. These are installed in privileged partitions and can access certain elevated permissions. However, they still operate under controlled restrictions. Not all privileged apps can access all vehicle signals. Finally, third-party applications. These are installed by users or via app stores. These applications operate in strict sandbox environments. They have limited permissions and cannot access sensitive vehicle data. This classification ensures that application capability is directly linked to trust level. Car service is the central authority responsible for enforcing vehicle access permissions. It acts as a mediator between applications and the vehicle HAL, which stands for Vehicle Hardware Abstraction Layer. Whenever an application requests vehicle data through car APIs, the request is routed through binder IPC into car service. Before forwarding the request, car service performs strict permission validation. It checks whether the calling application has the required permission and whether that permission level matches the requested vehicle property. If validation fails, the request is rejected, and the application receives an error response. This enforcement ensures that no application can directly access vehicle hardware. The permission enforcement flow follows a structured path. First, the application calls a car API method. This could be for reading vehicle speed or controlling HVAC. Second, the request travels through binder IPC. Binder stands for inter-process communication. Third, car service receives the request. At this point, permission checks are executed. Car service verifies the application UID, then maps the requested property to required permissions. Only if the permission matches, the request is forwarded to Vehicle HAL. Vehicle HAL then interacts with underlying ECUs, electronic control units. This step-by-step validation ensures that permission enforcement is not bypassed. Consider a navigation application. It may require access to vehicle speed. However, this access is granted only if the application has appropriate permissions. A third-party navigation app may receive limited speed data or may rely on GPS instead of direct vehicle signals. Now consider an HVAC control application. It can modify temperature only if it is a system or privileged app. A third-party app cannot directly control vehicle climate systems. Similarly, door lock control is restricted to system-level applications. This ensures that unsafe operations are not exposed to untrusted apps. OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, often define custom permissions specific to their vehicle features. For example, Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS, may expose custom vehicle properties. OEMs define permission mappings for these properties. These permissions are integrated into car service and framework layers. However, improper design can introduce risks. If permissions are too broad, applications may gain unintended access. OEMs must carefully design permission granularity and ensure alignment with security standards. One common failure pattern is over-permissioning. Applications are granted more permissions than required. This violates the principle of least privilege. Another issue is misuse of signature permissions. If signing keys are compromised, attackers may gain system-level access. Improper validation inside car service or vendor layers can allow unauthorized access to vehicle data. Also, insecure vendor HAL implementations may bypass framework-level checks. These issues can lead to serious security vulnerabilities. The Android Automotive permission model enforces strict control over vehicle data access. It combines permission types, application trust levels, and centralized enforcement. The core takeaway is, vehicle access is never direct. It is always mediated through car service. A hidden production insight is, most real-world vulnerabilities occur in vendor customizations, not in core Android. A common failure pattern is over-trusting privileged applications. A compliance implication is, standards like ISO 21434 require strict access control and traceability of permissions. This model ensures that vehicle safety and cybersecurity remain tightly integrated.